nobody decides to be a failure or poor or unsuccessful. Then why there are so many people unsuccessful, poor or struggling? It's because of the decision they took in the past. And that is resulting in the reality as of today. So whatever is happening with you today, if you have money in the bank, or if you have assets and passive income, you are rich or poor, you are struggling or successful, it all depends on last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. What decisions have you taken? What choices have you taken? So today's session is about making the right decision. What is decision making and how should you take the right decisions? Hi, my name is Suresh Mansharamani, co-founder of Tajirba Serial Entrepreneur, 45 plus years of experience. And my own company came out with the most successful IPO in 1995, 300 times oversubscribed, followed by Presidential Award, and I have coached more than 5,000 people. And decision making is very important. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I've created a special channel for this, you guys, to give you all my business. There's no motivation, there's no religion, there is no politics here. It's purely business knowledge. So let's talk about decision making and importance of decision making in your life. Now imagine there's a situation. Let's do exercise. There's a railway track, there's one child is playing. And there are another track where 10 children are playing. Now there's a train coming and you have the power to change the track. What would you do? Would you divert the train to the other track where one child is playing and sacrifice one child and save 10 children? What would you do? Most people will think that way, that we can sacrifice one child to save 10 children. But now look at the other part of the exercise. That child knew that that track is safe, that is unoperational. Now if you divert the track or the train to that, number one is train, all passengers are at risk. And then you are penalizing a child who decided to play on a safer track. So what will be your decision now with that knowledge? So remember, what is right today is not always popular. And what is popular is not always right. Let's see what decision making is all about. So the definition of decision making is the thought process of selecting a logical choice out of available options. That is the right definition of decision making. So decision making is our daily activity. Every day we have to take a lot of decisions. So we have to see the pros and cons, positive and negatives, and the outcome of every decision. Then only we have to take the decision. And decision taken in haste normally result in problems later. So these are the steps of decision making. First is identification of the purpose of the decision. 2. Information gathering. 3. Principles for judging the alternatives. 4. Brainstorming and analyze the different choices. 5. Evaluation of alternatives. 6. Select the best alternative. 7. Execute the decision. And finally, evaluate and measure the results. The decision you took carefully, what were the results, and it's very important to evaluate and measure that. So here you thoroughly analyze the problem, that what is the problem and what is to be done about it, and how you are going to solve that problem, who are the affected parties from the problem, and does the problem have a specific time limit or any deadline. Now step number 2 is information gathering. You identified the problem, what is the problem, now you have to get the information about the problem. Why it has happened, where it is happening, what is happening about it, what is the causes of this problem, what will happen if the problem is not solved. Step number 3, alternatives. What are the alternatives available for solving that problem? Whether you want to compromise something, for example, if you have to take a decision to compromise your company's profit, will you take it? So decide the baseline that this is non-negotiable, we will not compromise on this. And step number 4 is brainstorms with your team and analyze the different options to solve that problem. And finally, select the best alternative. Yes, this is to be done. And then finally, make that decision. And when you make that decision, last part is execute that decision and measure the results. Now let's do one more exercise. Supposing you are in school and it's recess time and you are passing through your classroom and you peek into it. Another student is taking out something from other student's bag and probably his wallet. And you see him stealing the wallet And later on, the teacher announces that wallet of this student is stolen. And that is stolen by your best friend and you have seen that. What would you do in that situation? So when you want to inform the teachers, it depends on your values. How do you value your own values? Maybe you talk to your friend and tell him to volunteer that he did that mistake. Guide him on the right way instead of he being caught. Whether you want to tell the teacher or you don't want to tell the teacher, what are you compromising your values on that? So a lot of alternatives you have to see and then accordingly take the decision whether to tell the teacher or not to tell the teacher. So a lot of times, for example, you don't smoke, you don't drink. And a friend tells you one time only, smoke this cigarette or drink. What do you think? What is your decision? Would you say no or would you say yes? Again, that is going to impact the rest of your life because that one yes will turn into different yeses and then one friend, another friend, another friend, you can't say no. And before you realize that you are into the habit of smoking and drinking. So in the case of business, I'll give you a wonderful tool. It's called Ben Franklin method. I've used it myself many times. I've advised my mentees also. Take a piece of paper, write down the problem. On the left side, write pros, on the right side, cons. If you take that decision, write down all the pros. For example, pros are 10, cons are 6, take that decision. If the cons are 10, pros are 6, don't take that decision. So before taking any decision, apply the Ben Franklin method. And then you will see most of your decisions are right. So there are 9 effective ways. Yes, 9 effective ways to take a good decisions. Number 1, imagine yourself 1 year into the future. Number 2, write down all your goals. Number 3, identify at least one more alternative. Number 4, figure out what you don't know. Number 5, face your mistakes. Number 6, seek out the feedback. Ask your close friends, relatives, spouse, and take the feedback. Number 7, look at the long-term and short-term consequences of the decision. Number 8, analyze data. And number 9, analyze your values and stay true to it. The last thing I want to give you here is, before making any decisions, think about it, whether it's going to make your tomorrow better than today or worse than today. A lot of time you will avoid taking wrong decisions. Just you think whether taking this loan will make your tomorrow better or not. Whether marrying someone will make that life better or not better. Analyze that. And also think opposite. I tell a lot of people, they come to me, Excel sheet, I want to start this business, and I'll borrow so many crore rupees and I'll invest so much and my life saving. I say, just think 5 minutes that if this plan doesn't succeed, what will happen? Is your life is going to be the same? Then only take the decision. Because a lot of time what we think doesn't happen. I give a simple examples to a lot of people. Supposing you have 1 crore rupees, you decide to invest 10 lakh rupees, you lose it. Maybe you lose your sleep or smile for a day. But if you invest all 1 crore and lose everything, you'll be back to zero. It will take you a lot of time to get back into the shape. And now, situation 3. If you have 1 crore rupees, you borrow 10 crore rupees and lose everything, then you will be in jail or you'll have to run out of country. Like a lot of people did already. Vijay Mallya's one case. So think before taking any decision. That the things don't go according to what you are thinking the best result will be. And if that result doesn't come, how is your life going to affect? So comment about this video, share your thoughts, share it with the people you care and love about, and I'll see you in next video. Cheers.